swarming in right now. And it's a beautiful day in this part of northwest London. What an occasion this promises to be, as the red and blue halves of Merseyside go head-to-head for a place in the showpiece final next month. Of course, the sides last met just a month ago. Steven Gerrard's hat-trick earning Liverpool a 3-0 win against an Everton side that was noticeably weakened ahead of their FA Cup quarter-final. The last FA Cup meeting between the sides was 3 seasons ago in the 4th round. Everton winning in a replay en route to that 2009 final. Everton steward insists that Liverpool are the favourites. What do you think?
No, I think Everton are the favourites. They've been in great form recently. They're the side that are playing the better football. Liverpool have got 1 or 2 problems, but they've still got some excellent players, Liverpool. When you talked about Gerrard's hat-trick in that game against Everton, it really was a great hat-trick. Everton didn't really come out and play. Liverpool have got some really good players, and they'll be good in the right-back area. Johnson will try and get forward as well. It's going to be a really entertaining game between 2 sides that know each other so well.
The 2 great local rivals separated by less than a mile across Stanley Park, facing off here for a place in the 2012 FA Cup final in just 21 days' time. Crunch time at lunchtime here at Wembley Stadium. The players in the tunnel. Look at the steely focus on the face of Steven Gerrard. His incredible goal for Liverpool against West Ham at the end of the 2006 final. One of the great FA Cup final moments.
Wembley, now please welcome the teams, Liverpool and Everton!
There's our referee, Howard Webb. What a roar as the 2 teams emerge. It really is an awesome sight, Wembley Stadium, on a massive occasion like this. Two sets of supporters here who make plenty of noise at the best of times, and they're trying to outdo each other. The 2 halves of Wembley Stadium, helped by this very loud PA system. Well, tomorrow marks the 23rd anniversary of the Hillsborough disaster. 96 Liverpool fans lost their lives on that terrible day in South Yorkshire. Those supporters arrived to watch an FA Cup semi-final and never made it home. Rival captain Steven Gerrard and Phil Neville presenting members of the Hillsborough family support group there with flowers. Here are the semi-final lineups, and the build-up for Liverpool's been dominated by their goalkeeper crisis. Pepe Reina and Alexander Donny are both suspended after their recent red cards. Though third-choice keeper Brad Jones starts a Liverpool match for only the 3rd time. Hungarian Peter Galash is on the bench after being hastily recalled from a loan spell at Hull City. Luis Suarez, Jamie Carragher and captain Steven Gerrard all return after the win at Blackburn on Tuesday.
Dalglish is adopting a 4-2-3-1 formation with Henderson and Spearing holding their positions in midfield to leave Suarez from the right, Gerrard from the middle and Downing from the left to support Carroll up front. If Liverpool are to be successful, they need a dominant performance from Carroll, something he has rarely managed this season.
Everton are without the cup-tied Stephen Pienaar. Otherwise, it's a clean bill of health for David Moyes. Phil Neville, 3 times an FA Cup winner with Manchester United, gets the nod ahead of Tony Hibbert at right back. Nikica Jelavic leads the line. He has 5 goals in 10 appearances since his move from Rangers, including a goal in the quarter-final replay at Sunderland.
Everton will play with a 4-man midfield. Gibson Fellaini will play centrally, Osman will tuck in from the right, and Gay will give width on the left-hand side. This allows Cahill to play behind lone striker Jelavic. Watch out for Bain providing crosses from the left for the aerial ability of Cahill and at times Fellaini.
Well, Liverpool are 6-4 favourites, as I mentioned, to progress to the final. The choice of Howard Webb as referee wasn't a popular choice at Anfield. He sent off Steven Gerrard at Old Trafford in the 3rd round last season. That was Kenny Dalglish's first game back in charge of Liverpool. Well, we will have a minute's silence here for the 23rd anniversary of the Hillsborough disaster. Everton were also involved in the semi-final that day against Norwich at Villa Park. There'll be a minute's silence here and indeed at tomorrow's semi-final as well. As you would expect, that was pretty much impeccable. Jacqueline Ablett in the crowd, the widow of Gary Ablett, who won the FA Cup with both Liverpool and Everton, and died just 3 months ago from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's Everton to get the first of the 2012 semi-finals underway. What a phenomenal atmosphere ahead of kickoff. This really does mean a lot to both of these clubs. The 218th Merseyside derby underway. The 5th to be held here at Wembley Stadium. One of these two great old rivals will be back here for the final in just 3 weeks. Will it be 7-time FA Cup winners Liverpool, who of course won the League Cup here in February, or will it be 5-time FA Cup winners Everton, runners-up here just 3 years ago, and a team in tremendous form? They've edged a point ahead of Liverpool in the Premier League table after an 8-game unbeaten run. The first offside going against Luis Suarez and Liverpool.
Well, I think Howard Webb got in the way of a ball from, or Steven Gerrard hit Howard Webb, should I say. Suarez was in, and the first thing we've got to say, Suarez is going to play up front. Here's the ball. Suarez is just onside there when the first ball was played. It hit Howard Webb, but Gerrard's got to miss him out. Suarez is going to play up front alongside Carroll in what's going to be a 4-4-2 formation for Liverpool.
Free kick to Liverpool here. Whatever happens, there will be a result today. Skirtle to Jamie Carragher, playing in his 29th Merseyside derby. Of course, a boyhood Everton fan. Here's Leon Osman. Back came Downing. Now Jay Spearing. So often these big showpiece occasions can be more about the occasion than the match. We hope that doesn't apply today.
Well, Henderson out on that right-hand side, just trying to play the ball down the line for Carroll. Carroll's won one ball in the air, which will please Kenny Dalglish. But his side are trying to play from very deep at times, trying to play out from the back.
Gerrard. Carragher, the two old war horses for Liverpool. Glenn Johnson has returned from injury on Tuesday as a huge boost. Looking for Andy Carroll. The first chance of the semi-final goes Liverpool's way. And spearing!
Well, I've got no idea what Heitinga was trying to do here. Watch Heitinga try and play offside. He gets away from Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll's now in. It's good pace from Andy Carroll to get away from Distant. And then when he plays it back, Spearing hits it over the bar. But good running from Andy Carroll. He's had a good start to the game.
Well, he's been an integral part of the Liverpool side recently. Spearing starting 11 of the last 12 games. And his only goal so far came... Well, he won the 2006 and 2007 Youth Cups, that's for sure. Captained the side in 2007. And he really thought he was in there for a goal. Brad Jones gets a touch of the ball. That's a fabulous FA Cup story, isn't it? His first start for Liverpool since 2010.
See again, Liverpool trying to build up from the back. Everton could really press on them. But then they're trying to play a high line again, Everton.
Neville, Fellaini, now Osman. Downing for Liverpool. Tackle by Fellaini, free kick.
I think Downing miscontrolled the ball here. Fellaini, and so often is the case, gets pulled up for a foul.
Daniel Agger with the free kick, just back after breaking a rib here in the League Cup final. And the return for Agger and Johnson is a massive boost for Kenny Dalglish. The side have looked jittery at the back in recent weeks, well documented. Henderson looking for Suarez, across goes Distant. What a great clearance from Tim Howard. This is Gibson, Jelavic, now Gay, up to Cahill. Good football from Everton. Jelavic looking for Osman. Agger slid in, Jelavic trying to crash his way through, down he goes, free kick to Everton. Agger penalised.
Yeah, it's a strange challenge because Jelavic had lost control of the ball here. Gerrard gets a nick on it there, and Agger just steps across Jelavic. A really stupid challenge on the edge of the box from the left back. Why Enrique's not playing at left back and Agger at centre half, I do not know.
Well, that does appear to be a curious one. I'm sure Jose Enrique is very disappointed not to be starting. But what a position here for Everton. Of course, Leighton Baines has history in this sort of position. Scored Everton's goal of the season in the FA Cup at Stamford Bridge from a similar position last campaign. Leighton Baines, the boyhood Liverpool supporter. Baines strikes and it's just over. Brad Jones watched it all the way.
I'm not sure Brad Jones would have got there had it been underneath the crossbar. Can't see a lot of it. I think it's past him by the time he gets across. Just got to keep this one down, Baines. Yeah, he certainly wouldn't have gotten it, Brad Jones.
His last 9 goals have been set pieces, 7 penalties and 2 free kicks. Player of the year at Goodison last season is Jelavic. What a difference he's made, having a recognised front man.
Well, not only does he score goals, he can also link up the players we've already seen here.
Distan getting to the ball ahead of Andy Carroll. Here's Fellaini looking to release Jelavic. Carragher is the defender. They started brightly here, Everton.
Yeah, that was good play from Fellaini. Just playing the ball down the side of Jelavic. Again, making a good run.
Gibson. Osman has been robbed there by Daniel Agger. The ball forward to Suarez. Not good enough. Osman. This is Darren Gibson again. He's yet to lose for Everton. This is his 12th appearance.
I thought he was going to look to switch play out to Leighton Baines, who does get forward at every opportunity for Everton. Just tried to play that one into Jelavic.
Glenn Johnson. An FA Cup winner with Portsmouth, didn't win it in his time at Chelsea. Another good leap by Sylvain Distin. Liverpool really haven't got going as yet. Gerrard. Aaron Osman. Heitinger. Pass spearing. Oh, the challenge from Agger. The referee playing advantage. It was Henderson that went down. Suarez out to Stuart Downing. He tried to go back on his weaker right foot and have a shot.
It was actually well played by Fellaini. He realised that Heitinger had been caught upfield. He got back into a centre-half position there. Big midfield player.
Johnson. Henderson. Well played again by Fellaini. Henderson's won it back, but it's a free kick.
Yeah, Henderson playing out on that right-hand side, just recovering there. Showed good pace. Must have just given Gibson a little nudge. There it is. Mind you, I think Gibson gives away possession a little bit too easily. He doesn't like it, does he, Kenny Dalglish? He hasn't liked too much in recent times.
His 26th Merseyside derby as Liverpool manager over 2 spells. Just one behind Bill Shankly, who was in charge of 27. Skirtle away. Tim Cahill thought he was fouled. Day for the referee to have his wits about him here. It's Downing who's lying on the floor, bottom of your picture. Coming together with Leon Osman. Liverpool have dominated these recent derbies. Everton with just 1 win in the last 6 against Liverpool. They failed to score in 4 of those. And Liverpool done the double in the league over Everton this season.
Yeah, he's had a good start to the game, Distin. All the balls that he's read over the top.
Dame Judy Dench looking on from the soft, comfy seats on the far side of the field. She's not the only actress here today, by the way. Amanda Holden. Are we calling her an actress? I'm not sure, but she's here as well.
Do you know what side they're supporting?
That is a question. Heitinger, Jelavic. Osman. Oh, Cahill went down, controlled it on the floor. This is Jelavic. Blocked by Agger.
Oh, good defending by Agger in the end. Jelavic had a great opportunity to get that ball into the box. 2 players running in there, Everton, Osman and Cahill.
Phil Neville. 35 now. Long throw. Thought about it. Instead goes short to Osman. But, the two of them not on the same wavelength there at all. The Liverpool fans at that end of the ground enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think the long throw would have been a better idea with Cahill getting into the box, Fellaini getting into the box, both excellent headers of the ball. But once again, Liverpool trying to play out from the back, from too deep a position. That's why the game's being played in Liverpool's half at the moment. Got to earn the right to play. They're the sort of balls that Carroll's got to win. He's up against Osman there, and Osman wins the header. That can't be right.
Heiting it, just dwelt on the ball, and Gerrard pinched it. Liverpool throw. David Moyes just having a word with Darren Gibson, who was the player that was caught in possession. Suarez trying to turn away from Distan. Free kick right on the edge of the box.
There's a good ball rolled in. Distan's too tight. Suarez just trying to roll him on the edge of the box. It's a poor challenge from Distan. He can't see the ball. I'm not sure Howard Webb could see that. Just watching his reaction from our position. I think he guessed on that decision, because the assistant referee didn't give it.
Well, Stuart, this is much closer than the one Everton had a few minutes ago. A real conference going on the far side of the field. Stuart Downing would certainly fancy it. Looks his left.
And Agger would hit it with power if it was to be. Downing going away from it. Or is Gerrard just going to bend this one over the top of the wall? He'll be looking at Howard's position.
Agger or Gerrard? It's a poor effort from Agger, straight into the wall. Gerrard. Carroll. It's Skirtle.
Well, Skirtle on the volley, didn't quite catch hold of it. But when the ball came in the box again, you'd expect Andy Carroll to win the header. Played in by Gerrard. Well, actually, Carroll does well. He heads it down to Skirtle. It's a good header from Carroll.
This is Downing. Scored in the quarter-final against Stoke. Downing, excellent goal it was. Liverpool throw.
Just gone off the ball a little bit, Luis Suarez. Seen him a lot this season, where he's been inventive, he's been the outstanding player for Liverpool. He can go past people. Just been off the ball in recent weeks.
Yes, he scored in the 2-0 win at Goodison Park in October. He was flying at that stage. Agger's long throw towards Carroll. Yet to win a header in this first half. Agger. Distan away this time. Yelovich trying to turn away from Skirtle, convinced he was fouled. It's just a throw.
Phil Neville's either got to get on with it quickly and throw it before Liverpool are ready, or go long.
Osman getting the better of Spearing. Yelovich back to Osman again. Cahill now. Fellaini. Gibson. Gay back to Leon Osman. Smacked it against Carragher. It's Magai Gay on the far side. Baines. Good ball to Osman. Just tried to poke it back across goal. It comes off Spearing. Everton have a corner.
Well, that was good play from Baines out on the left-hand side. Came in on his right foot. Not going to get much purchase on the cross, so he plays a good ball into the box. Osman again a little bit slow to get himself turned.
First corner. Swung in by Gay towards Distan. Oh, it's a foul by Distan on Agger. Yelovich was about to pull the trigger.
Well, this will be interesting to see. Distan up against two Liverpool players. The referee always seems to give it in favour of the defenders if there is any pushing and shoving going on.
Well, the McCanns are here as well. One of the FA's guests today, Kate and Jerry McCann. Gerrard spotted a good run of Henderson on the far side, and Baines had to get there first and concede the corner.
No, I think he lets it bounce wrongly here, Baines. I think we could have got that on the volley as it's played, or dealt with it much earlier. He knows he could come towards the ball, but by allowing it to bounce, he gave himself a problem. Good ball from Steven Gerrard, trying to find Henderson on the run.
So Liverpool's first corner to be taken by Gerrard. Skirtle didn't expect the ball to bounce to him. He's still got it here. The Slovakian. Challenge from Fellaini was fair. Osman. Tim Cahill. Osman again. Possibilities here. Oh, Jelavic had made a great run, but the ball wasn't hit hard enough by Osman. Real frustration from the Everton fans.
Well, he saw the pass, and it was a great run as well from Jelavic. Osman does a lot of good things, just lets himself down sometimes with the final pass. I think Moyes and Steve Brown, assistant coach, will be quite pleased with what they've seen so far. Only the one area of worry is when they're trying to play too high an offside line. Obviously not pleased enough, he's coming out to have a little word.
Well, why not? That's the sunny half of Wembley on the far side of the field.
Surely you're not complaining about being cold.
It's a bit parky on this side, that's for sure. Gay looking for Baines, away by Carragher.
Been quite an entertaining first 20 minutes. Skirtle with that shot for Liverpool. Good opportunity. Everton have had a little bit more of the ball.
Here's Heitinger. Headed by Carragher. Baines with the throw for Everton. Now Gay. He scored his first goal for Everton against Sunderland over Easter. Fellaini. Neville. Somehow wriggled away from Downing. Gets the return from Osman. This is Phil Neville. Jelavic.
Well, he was going nowhere at one point there. Phil Neville did well to beat Downing. I don't think Kenny Dalglish should be happy with the defending from Downing. Jelavic trying the overhead kick. Didn't get any purchase on it.
Well, Carroll has had no joy at all in the first quarter of this game. Heitinger with the long ball this time. Header from Skirtle. Then by Aga. And it's Leon Osman. He's done well there. Gibson. Now Baines. Looking for the give and go with the guy Gay, the French under-21 international, but didn't read it.
It's good defending actually by Henderson. Went with the run-up, Baines realised he wouldn't get in behind him, so just stopped his movement forward. I'm not quite sure what Liverpool's game plan is here. You know, it's all very well playing out from the back. It's all very well being patient and controlled, but if it's not penetrating, not getting you anywhere and allowing you to get caught on the ball in your own half, just can't see the point of it.
Well, they've certainly had no width so far. That was the whole point of buying Downing, wasn't it, to provide the service for Andy Carroll.
Seems like they go from Carragher back to the goalkeeper, who's now going to kick long. It's up to Andy Carroll to try and get hold of it. He's done well there. He's just stopped Heitinga winning the ball, but Suarez is offside. Although I'm not sure how he can be offside, so I'm not sure anybody touched the ball. It must have come from Brad Jones's kick. It's a strange, or seemed a strange one. Watch, here it comes. Is he offside there? Yes, he just about is from the goalkeeper's kick. And they both miss it. Good decision from the assistant referee.
Mike Malarkey is going to the European Championships as one of England's assistant referees. He found out last week. Past the midway point of the first half at Wembley. Chances very much at a premium here. Jelavic. Cahill just misjudged the bounce. Oh, it's Jelavic! Liverpool 0, Everton 1. A horrible blunder at the back by Liverpool, and Nikica Jelavic scores for Everton.
Goal scorer for Everton.
Well, what a mess up that was. It's a long kick forward. First of all, Skirtle heads it onto the back of Jelavic. And it falls for Cahill, misses it. Then Agger and Carragher get mixed up, and Carragher loses his composure. It's a terrible error from Carragher. Not particularly well played from Agger either, but what a finish from Jelavic. I was shocked that Carragher was playing in the first place, having seen him in recent weeks. But what a finish from Jelavic. Passes it past the goalkeeper. There's the clearance. Falls nicely for Jelavic, who was onside, and he passes it past Jones.
Look what it means to David Moyes. Jelavic, the man he signed from Glasgow Rangers for £6 million, does the business yet again. His 6th goal, and a huge smile on the face of the Everton chairman, Bill Kenwright. They have started better.
Something's just gone on off the ball between Heitinga and Suarez.
Well, Heitinga not at all happy with the Uruguayan striker, and Howard Webb will have a word with both players here.
Well, it all depends whether it was an accident or a proper collision. Yeah, Suarez meant it, but Suarez tried to pick up Heitinga. Very difficult to see. The ball was up the other end of the field when it happened. They don't care, though.
The blue half of Wembley is bouncing. Undoubtedly, they've passed the ball better in this first half. Even though the opportunity was a gift, Jelavic finished it brilliantly. What is Liverpool's response? Here's Glenn Johnson. Gibson trying to set Everton on their way, but he's overcooked the pass.
And he's blaming Jelavic for not making the run. I think Jelavic would have get behind Carragher and Skirtle on that occasion. They were ready for the ball in behind.
Downing. Suarez would have been offside if the ball had reached him.
There go Liverpool, going backwards again. Why doesn't Carragher look forward there? Almost looks as though Carragher's frightened to play a forward pass.
Yet another long ball from the goalkeeper. Distan heads away again. Well, the volume of noise from the Everton fans is absolutely deafening. Gerrard. Downing. This is Aga. Liverpool need a big performance from their captain here. He's given that one away. Heitinger's given it straight back to Gerrard. Good tackle by Heitinger, but it falls for Downing here. Carroll's coming in.
I think Baines does really well here. He knows he's going to be out-jumped by Andy Carroll, so just gets in his way. And that was poor play for Everton, giving the ball away, allowing Steven Gerrard and then Spearing to switch it out wide to Downing. It's a good cross into the box. He does really well, Baines. He's saying it's a penalty, Kenny Dalglish, but I don't think you get those.
Well, he's been very vocal recently about the lack of penalties that Liverpool have been given this season. Even hinting at an anti-Liverpool conspiracy. Downing. Fellaini, not a great touch. And you see when Liverpool start to get a bit of width, they begin to cause problems.
This is where Liverpool have to play the game. Got to try and play it in Everton's half. This is more positive from them.
Spearing. Carragher. Johnson.
Once again, Johnson out on that left-hand side, trying to cross the ball into the box. Carroll can't get to it because it's good defending, but this is the man that separates the teams at the moment. Jelavic. What an introduction he was into the Everton lineup in January from Rangers.
6 in 11. Of course, he had a great strike rate at Rangers, 36 goals in 55 in 1.5 seasons, but with all due respect to the SPL, it's a step up in the English Premier League, and he's risen to the challenge. Fellaini. Called by Jay Spearing, up to Carroll. Nice touch for Suarez. Gerrard's made a brilliant run into the middle, and Phil Neville had to get there.
Oh, good clearance. That was better. Carroll flicking it on to Suarez. Suarez with the pass for the run for Gerrard. Those three have to combine more.
Spearing. Cleared by Darren Gibson. Jelavic, Osman. Two players combine again. Space far side for Gay, but just too far in front of him.
Yeah, that was Osman. What I'm talking about. Made a good run, supported Jelavic well, and just his final pass wasn't good enough.
Everton, who've been eliminated at the semi-final stage more times than any other club, leading in this semi-final. Because last time they were here, they were in front against Chelsea in the final. Chelsea went on to win. A long way to go in this match. Gibson. Cahill. Gibson's ball looking for Marouane Fellaini. Ushered behind by Skirtle.
Here is the goal. Was it offside? Well, I'd say not. I'd say he's level there. And it happened so quickly because it was a ricochet back off Cahill. I certainly wouldn't give him offside. And nor would these supporters.
Sheer undiluted joy from the blue half of Wembley. Gay past Johnson. Back comes Spearing. Suarez. Henderson trying to measure the pass. Andy Carroll. Fellaini. Header from Carragher. Squirtle again had to make sure he got there.
It's almost the perfect ball forward from Fellaini. Jelavic just spinning off the back of Jamie Carragher. Wasn't a good header from Carragher either. Heads it back into a dangerous position.
Neville. This is Osman. Away from Gerrard. Cahill, Osman, Jelavic. And it's Henderson who comes back to break up the attack.
Good play from Henderson. He broke up the attack in his own penalty box, then raced out there to get a block on the forward pass from Leighton Baines. I've seen too much from Leighton Baines in an attacking force. Usually Everton's key provider.
Not too many scares so far for Tim Howard. This is Fellaini. Jelavic offside.
Holding a very high line there, Liverpool. Gambled a little bit on offside against Jelavic.
Carragher to Skrtel. Who scored here in the League Cup final in February, Skrtel. Liverpool just about got over the line. Needed a penalty shootout to beat Cardiff of the Championship. Carragher against Cahill. Gerrard. Downing. Off the ball behind. Agat. Liverpool corner.
Downing trying to put a bit of pace into the attack, going at Phil Neville, but left the ball behind. How can he provide a quality cross?
Second Liverpool corner. Swinger from Downing. Over Skrtel. Cahill away. Spirit. Downing again. Managed to get it onto his left.
No counter-attack when Howard catches the ball. Jelavic wasn't interested in making a forward run, nor was Gay on that left-hand side.
Fellaini, the Belgian, out to Baines. Johnson. Carragher. Suarez to Gerrard. Suarez was left on the floor by Distan. Referee playing advantage. This is Agat. It's given away to Fellaini. Now Ben Johnson. Liverpool have just stepped it up a gear here. They needed to. Henderson to Spearing. Gerrard.
Gerrard going past Gibson a little bit too easily there. Gibson didn't get tight. Gibson's got to work hard at the defensive side of the game. Just allows Gerrard to come in on his right foot. Just slices that one away.
While you're watching that replay, Distan has been cautioned for this challenge on Suarez, the first yellow card of the semi-final.
Yeah, he just tries to block off Suarez as Suarez plays the 1-2 around him.
I don't think he necessarily agrees with how it went.
So it gets me with players. Had Suarez tried to carry on, there'd have been no problems. This down wouldn't have got booked. But referees, as soon as somebody goes down to ground, starts rolling on the floor, they start to think about booking people. Howard Webb should referee what he sees, not on players' reactions.
Pitch by Gibson from Suarez. Everton fans enjoyed that. Gibson again. Tricky for Skirtle. I think well there. Goal kick.
It was a good ball from Gibson. Cahill didn't quite have the pace, but Jelavic got out there as well. Jones doesn't kick it quite as far as Pepe Reina does, and Carroll's starting far too high up the field. He should almost be another 10 yards deep and really attack. He's having to come back to start to win the ball against Fellaini. That's a better kick from him. Henderson and Downing have just changed sides for the moment. Downing gone out to the right, Henderson to the left.
David Moyes not quite as happy now. He's facing off against Liverpool for the 23rd time as Everton manager. Just 4 wins so far.
Not a great record, is it? Against your local derbies, local rivals.
Years and 1 month into the job. There's 4 wins against Liverpool. I would expect more. Could this be number 5? Johnson to Stuart Downing, back to Glenn Johnson again, promising for Liverpool.
He's the player they've got to get forward more, Glenn Johnson. Great attacking right back. This man was a great attacker. Great speed, brilliant finisher. And of course it was his finish that knocked the camera over behind the goal.
Absolutely right. An iconic shot.
There's a few more cameras these days.
But in the 80s, absolutely.
Nothing wrong with the 80s.
Cahill. Fellaini. Yet another long ball from the Liverpool goalkeeper. Yet again, Carroll not able to get the flick on. And this is Downing. Gerrard. Spearing. Does feel a little laboured at times from Liverpool. Just under 5 minutes to half-time. Suarez. Carragher. Gerrard. Disguise ball to Johnson. Go tracking back. Johnson has it back and gets it out to Downing. Liverpool corner.
Better from Liverpool. More positive with their passing there. Gerrard playing a quick ball into the front areas.
Short corner. Downing to Gerrard. Spearing. Henderson. Floated back out to Downing. And Carroll with a rather awkward header.
Oh, he's got no chance of getting this one on target. Just behind him there. Down in, whipping it in with his left foot. Just looks a bit ungainly at times. He lacks mobility, Andy Carroll. He's been a bit better in recent weeks than he was at the start of the season.
Still just 7 goals in all competitions this season. Marked his 50th Liverpool appearance with the winner at Blackburn on Tuesday. And how Liverpool needed that. Still behind Everton in the table, though. Bounced all the way through there. Skirtle against Jelavic. Free kick. Well, that was a crazy challenge.
Well, I thought he was going to give a free kick for the high boot when Cahill was going through. There's the high boot from Agger, right over the top of Cahill's head. And then Skirtle jumps over the top of Jelavic. Jelavic going to ground fairly easily.
Well, it's a bit closer than the one that Baines missed earlier. Jelavic wouldn't mind a crack either. Gibson can strike them from range.
Well, he whispered something, Jelavic, to Baines. That means he's going to be taking it. He's seen something that he likes.
They're willing the ball in for 2-0, aren't they? Just before half-time. Jelavic again. He kept it down, but didn't have the accuracy.
He certainly did keep it down. From our angle, that looks like it could have been dangerous, but well wide in the end. Well played, Andy Carroll. Good flick on against Fellaini.
Agger.
And against Distan on that occasion.
Confrontation between Heitinga and Suarez.
Well, what Heitinga does, he steps across Suarez, so it could almost be a foul against him. Suarez looks as though he's just getting a bit agitated now.
Those two were teammates, of course, at Ajax, Heitinga and Suarez. But no love lost between them. Johnny Heitinga's name being sung by the Everton fans in support. By Carroll again, and Suarez against Heitinga again.
Referee Howard, just let them get on with it. Quite right as well. Both are pushing and shoving. Doesn't need to make too much of it. See, Suarez is going to ground, then he grabs hold of Heitinga. Heitinga does nothing wrong on that occasion.
Into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Just the 1 minute. Who's this going to drop to Osman? Jelavic looking to find Cahill. Important clearance by Gerrard.
Once again, Carragher doesn't deal with the ball. That was the problem. He headed it back into a dangerous area. Allowed Everton's midfield to try and get onto it.
I think Everton have looked hungry in this first half. Neville's throw.
I think they've looked more confident. I think they've got to get a better game plan as well.
And it's Everton that lead at half-time at Wembley, thanks to the 24th minute goal from Nikica Jelavic, the Croatian striker, burying the shot after a blunder from Jamie Carragher, who hit his clearance straight against Tim Cahill's thigh. It was a measured finish, and Everton lead at Wembley. Half-time, Liverpool 0, Everton 1. Look at the The highlights from the first half of the first FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, Liverpool against Everton, and it was Liverpool, Stuart, who had the first chance for Jay Spearing.
Yeah, it was a good chance as well. Andy Carroll getting in behind Heitinga and Distant and sets up Jay Spearing, who'd made a run. He gets away from Gibson, and he's really got to keep this down, let Everton off the hook.
Well, this was the first of several free kicks in the first half. Leighton Baines over on this occasion.
Yeah, I think he's beaten Brad Jones here, just couldn't get it down in time. And this was the other end, wasn't a particularly good one from Agger. They set play up again, Liverpool.
Carroll with the set-up, and it was Martin Skirtle with the eventual strike.
Well, I didn't give Carroll the credit he deserved there. He does well here, he backs in, and he just heads it down to Skirtle on the edge of the box. The centre-half couldn't get enough power in the shot.
Well, this was when Phil Neville got in down the right-hand side, and he had options, didn't he? And produced the overhead kick from Jelavic.
He did really well, Phil Neville, until the final pass, and then he just couldn't find the one he wanted. But this is the goal. It's a real mix-up in the Liverpool centre-half area, and it falls for Jelavic, who finishes it really well. I'm surprised Carragher was playing right from the start. I thought Enrique would play at left-back, Agger would play at centre-half. But Carragher's had a poor first half, and it culminated in this. Skirtle doesn't win the ball well enough. Actually, Cahill runs beyond it. Then there's a mix-up. He kicks it straight into Cahill. There was a question whether it was offside or not. I think they were level. And Jelavic, as he's done so many times for Everton, finishes it with composure.
Because it's not a gimme, is it, by any means?
Brad Jones is coming out, and he just passes it past him. But there's the moment where Carragher loses his patience, and it's a poor clearance.
Everton 1 up after 24 minutes. Steven Gerrard has been involved at times. This was his one chance of the first half, well over.
Well, as we say, whenever Liverpool start to attack with any sort of purpose, he's usually involved, Steven Gerrard.
Well, Andy Carroll got more and more into the game as the half went on. It was his header.
Yeah, very difficult for him to get that on target. I think they want more from down in on that left-hand side for most of them. There he's on the right-hand side, whipping it in.
And then one last chance for Everton. Jelavic with the free kick, which in the end was well wide. Everton lead 1-0 at half-time.
So, please now welcome back your team for the second half.
Welcome back to Wembley. Liverpool to start the second half. Desperate to force their way back into this semi-final. Of the 59 major trophies between these two clubs, Liverpool have 44, including, of course, this season's League Cup. No changes to either side at half-time. Just one clean sheet in 10 now for Liverpool. That was in the 3-0 win over Everton a month ago.
And there's the same pattern as the first half. Liverpool going back to their goalkeeper, who kicks long.
Good flick to Suarez, and now Gerrard joining the attack.
See, but I think that's the way they've got to play. They've got to get the ball forward a lot earlier. There they get the ball forward. Carroll wins the flick. Suarez flicks it on. Gerrard makes the forward run. Much more positive from Liverpool.
It does rely on the Carroll flick, though, doesn't it? It's not terribly cultured.
It doesn't always have to be in the air. I mean, what I'm saying is they've got to get the ball forward. However they do it, they've got to get the ball forward into the front airs earlier and play from there.
Glenn Johnson with the throw. Downing. That's looking for Carroll. And Tim Howard hasn't really put a foot wrong so far.
Well, that is the change in the second half. Downing is out on the right-hand side and Henderson's gone to the left. Last 5 or 10 minutes of the first half they played that way round. They started the second half that way.
Johnson. Downing. Can cross with his right. Carroll! What a big chance to equalise, and he knows it, and he knows it.
Well, you won't get a much better opportunity than that. This is good play from Downing on his right foot, goes past Spain, who doesn't get tight. Neville's beaten at the far post. He's got to score. He has to score here, Andy Carroll. But a good start from Liverpool at the beginning of this second half.
Doesn't that miss sum up Andy Carroll's time at Liverpool? Rush and Dalglish would have surely buried that one in days gone by.
The Everton supporters frustrated with their team. They haven't come out at the start of this second half. Moyes has got to get them going again.
Spearing. Tim Howard, who won the FA Cup with Manchester United in 2004. That was his first season at the club. Neville. Back header from Glenn Johnson. Carroll calling for it again.
But he's looked more threatening, I've got to say. Looks hungrier to win the ball in the air there. He should win that one up against Neville. Everton aren't winning the 50-50 knockdowns as they were in the first half.
Downing to Carroll. Up against Sylvain Distin. Given away by Carroll to Fellaini. Well, Liverpool have started the second half very much on the front foot. Clash there between Gerrard and Cahill. The referee said he noticed it, was all right with it. Spearing, looking for Suarez. Oh, it was a simple return ball and completely overhit.
Oh, a great little bit of play from Suarez. Just played the ball round the corner into Spearing, then made his run. Nightingale was lost.
Jelavic, Cahill. Everton's first attack of the second half. Now Magai just over Cahill, but Chested off rather nervously by Aga. Corner.
Yeah, he had to deal with it. Gerrard's having a go at Jones, not the best idea. Young goalkeeper in. It was a good cross from guy. I thought Cahill was going to just about get onto it.
Well, it's only a second corner for Everton. She can't look. Such have been Liverpool's defensive frailties. Gay. Easily headed away by Glenn Johnson. And here goes Suarez away from Phil Neville. There's a break on here for Liverpool. Downing coming in on the near side. It's still with Suarez. Oh, Osman got a foot in. And you feel the momentum was rather lost there. Here's Spearing. Now Downing. Gerrard.
Liverpool claiming there was a nudge on Gerrard by Fellaini. The referee tried to let the play go. Liverpool looking far more threatening now.
Henderson. Suarez. Got the ball through the legs of Heitinger, but slipped. Fellaini. Baines. This is Gay. Fellaini. Cahill.
Well, that's one of the things that Jelavic has got to learn. That's the third or fourth time that players have played the ball over the top when it looks as though Jelavic is going to make the run, and just as the ball's played, he stops making the run. Makes it look a terrible pass.
8 games Glenn Johnson missed with that hamstring injury before returning at left back on Tuesday. Here's Fellaini. Carroll's challenge, free kick.
Brilliant from Fellaini. He realised exactly where Andy Carroll was going to control that ball, then pinched it off of him, then started to run forward, and then knew the challenge was coming in, just got his body across Andy Carroll. And that's Fellaini at his best.
Of course, it breaks up the momentum that Liverpool was starting to build at the other end. Brad Jones in the goal, lost an FA Cup quarter-final against Everton 3 years ago at Middlesbrough. Just talking with Seamus Coleman there, David Moyes. Oh, Brad Jones with a bit of a flap, corner.
He started to come, then realised he'd run underneath the ball here. In the end, it comes off Aga.
Pepe Reina looking on, serving the last of his 3-match suspension today. Third Everton corner. Gay to take once again, deeper this time. Punch of sorts by Brad Jones. Carroll away, that's a free kick to Liverpool. The referee wants to speak with Gibson, I think. He's fled the scene of the crime, as it were.
Well, there's the chance for Andy Carroll. How does he miss it? Well, he may put his shirt over his face. That was a glorious opportunity.
Having scored with a header at Ewood Park. It was 4 days ago. Distan. Johnson for Liverpool. This is Skirtle. Gerrard. Now Carragher. Johnson. Oh, looking for Andy Carroll. There's an inviting ball in. Well played, Phil Neville. Jelavic. Jelavic was impeded, was he? No. Howard Webb shakes his head.
Well, if Jelavic wasn't impeded, it was silly play from him, because he'd have been in behind, set the play up to Osman, then run in behind Skirtle.
Given away by Glenn Johnson to Fellaini. Here is Jelavic. Direct. Running at Skirtle, going for it.
It was a good pass from Fellaini into Jelavic, managing to get turned here. Skirtle backed off and backed off. Never really looked confident he was going to get a good shot away there.
Fellaini on Spearing. Free kick.
Well, I don't know what Howard Webb is having a go at Fellaini for there. He had every right to go for that ball. It was, again, a ball played out into midfield. Spearing has been caught this season on the ball in those situations. Fellaini made up a lot of ground.
Cahill, Jelavic, Cahill, Osman. Osman just trying to place it into the bottom corner. That's comfortable for Brad Jones.
Well, I thought that Cahill was going to pull the trigger there. Suarez offside, that's why he didn't go for the ball. Carroll winning it in the air. Suarez offside as both centre-halves came out.
Gibson. Turning into a fascinating semi-final. Everton still putting Liverpool in the shade. Carroll, Spearing. Pressing well, Everton.
He's going to have to make a change at some point. I think his team have been much better at the start of this second half. Certainly playing with more purpose, particularly when they get it into the front players earlier. Steven Gerrard playing further forward now. Spearing playing that little bit deeper in midfield.
Carroll allowed to turn. This is Jordan Henderson. Again. Neville. Jelavic. Clumsy from Skirtle. Few words exchanged between Skirtle and Jelavic about the manner of Jelavic's tumble to the ground.
Well, Jelavic saying that he was stamped upon here, gets hold of the ball, he's already going to ground. Well, doesn't seem too much wrong. All Jelavic is saying is get off, and Skirtle doesn't like it. Oh, and then Jelavic starts to play act. Not good from the centre forward.
Yellow card. The second of the game. For both players. One or two tasty confrontations on the field today. That's the latest one. Jelavic. Oh, Cahill. Gerrard didn't really deal with it.
And eventually Skirtle takes it upon himself to get the ball clear. Jelavic did well heading the ball back into the danger area. Gerrard didn't cope with it. It was okay, Hill may have handballed it.
Baines. Many people think should be in the England side ahead of Ashley Cole these days. Neville. Those England days are long gone. Gibson, Jelavic. Osman just trying to return it. Cahill. Foul by Tim Cahill. Much to the fury of Everton's players and supporters.
Well, once again, Liverpool don't deal with the ball. They had a chance to clear it. There was hesitation.
Jittery at the back, Liverpool. Gerrard. Aga. That's sloppy. And the guy Gay should have done better, trying to win it back. He fouled his man. Referee playing advantage. Downing. Suarez just tried to flick it. Hoiked away, but there's a foul.
Downing's causing problems on this right-hand side. He's already provided a brilliant cross for Andy Carroll to head past the post. This was another one. Again, going on his right foot, his weaker foot, driving it into the danger area. Suarez got there just before this down, I think. Baines backs off. That's why he isn't an England player regularly now, Baines. Oh, Suarez, could he have got a little touch in there, and Johnson following in. Just clips for Fellaini. I think he'd be slightly worried here, David Moyes. That's why he's going to make a substitution by the looks of it. Steve Round talking to one of the substitutes.
Seamus Coleman. Oh, what was Distan doing? It's Luis Suarez! It's 1-1 at Wembley. A howler from Distan, and he's suitably punished by Luis Suarez. One defensive error apiece, one goal apiece.
Well, he had the chance. He got to the ball first. In front of Suarez, he had the chance to clip it down the line. Watch here, Carroll heads it out wide. Could he clip it down the line? He checks back onto his right foot, and he hasn't got a particularly good right foot, and he makes a real mess of it. And Suarez, Howard started to come, then went back, and Suarez does really well. As Heitinga was coming across, he just plays it with the outside of his right boot. Good finish from Suarez. Watch with the outside of the right. Never in doubt.
Sheer joy for Kenny Dalglish and the Liverpool supporters. Suarez's 14th goal of the season, but what a blunder from Distan. It's as you were. All Everton's good work undone by one misplaced back pass. Suarez, who scored in the 2-0 win at Goodison in October, now has 4 in his last 6, including a fine strike in that quarter-final against Stoke last month. Henderson has managed to get away. It's Suarez again against Distan. He's played it all the way through for Downing. That was a curious return ball from Downing.
I think actually Baines, he was trying to bend it into the far corner, and Baines just got a touch on it. But it's all Liverpool at the moment. Everton are rattled. Saw some good play from Henderson. That's why Moyes wanted to make the substitution before the goal.
Gerrard. Corner. Complete transformation inside Wembley now.
Those Everton fans that were standing up and cheering on the left-hand side of us are now sat down, and it's the Liverpool supporters who are up on their feet.
Johnson. Just in front of Aga. Gerrard. Well, it took a mistake for Liverpool to haul themselves level, but it was beautifully taken by Suarez.
Interesting to see who David Moyes brings off for Coleman. I imagine Coleman will go to the right-hand side. I think Gay would be the player to come off. Not really affecting the game at the moment.
Spearing, Suarez. Particularly through the legs of Distan, away by Fellaini. Carragher forward. One for Andy Carroll to fight for again. Spearing. Henderson now. Spearing. Gerrard. Henderson. Carragher. Downing. Johnson. Spearing. This is patient football from Liverpool. Agger's ball in towards Carroll. Distan's header. It'll be retrieved by Downing. Johnson. Who can shoot with his left. Well, that was a comparatively tame effort.
Yeah, Suarez was complaining. He'd made a good run. Johnson had a chance just to slip the ball down the side. I think Coleman will come and play on that right-hand side. Surely must be Gay to come off. Cahill hasn't at times. Cahill hasn't lasted the pace.
It is going to be Maguire Gay, Stewart, to come off. When the ball does eventually go out of play. Oh, another mistake by Liverpool this time. It's Jelavic. Didn't get the shot away. Gibson. Osman. Jelavic didn't make the run.
No, Jelavic hasn't made enough runs for me. He's okay when the ball comes up to his feet, but his movement hasn't been good enough at times. Hasn't been dynamic enough. He had an opportunity there. Gibson. Here comes Brad Jones. Not a great punch, and the guy couldn't collect. Wasn't a great clearance from Downing. Here comes Fellaini. Jelavic. Skirtle away. Jelavic once more. Spearing away. Now it's Liverpool's turn with Downing. Agger. Still, Everton can't make their substitution. Well, the ball must have been in play now for the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Gerrard. Suarez. Ominous. This time, Distan gets an important touch. The ball does spin out.
Yes. He tried to nutmeg Distan then, did Suarez, and had he got it through the legs of Distan, he was in. There is the pushing and shoving going on in the box. Carragher up against Cahill. A lot of wrestling going on from both players. And here is the mistake. What a poor pass it was from Distan, but a great finish from Suarez. Once he gets in those positions, he really is a top-class player.
He never doubted he would finish in that situation. So Seamus Coleman, who played 7 minutes against Sunderland last time out after missing 4 games with a thigh injury, is on in place of Maguire Gay. Fellaini. First run here for Coleman.
And as I said, Osman has come over to this left-hand side. And Seamus Coleman out to the right, where he was so good last season. Hasn't played so much this year.
Well, it hasn't been a great season due to a combination of form and fitness, really. This thigh injury caused him to miss a lot of games in January and February as well. Fellaini capitalising on the poor header and Spearing.
Now, see, how can Howard Webb see that that's handball there? There's nothing he can do about it, Cahill. He's running in. The ball comes from... Well, it hits him on his side and then hits his arm. For me, that's not handball.
Gerrard. Andy Carroll. Now Downing. Fancies his chances against Baines. Baines has other ideas.
Well, he does fancy his chances against Leighton Baines. He's got 2 good crosses in. They're meant for sheer pace. You know, Leighton Baines is a very good attacking fullback, a brilliant crosser of the ball. One of the best. Defensively, he has his weaknesses.
Ivanovic stretched and strained, but the ball runs through to Brad Jones. We have 20 minutes left. There will be extra time and penalties if needed. Foul by Carroll. And fighting it.
Got a head injury, so Howard Webb allows the physios to come on. Andy Carroll saying that he didn't do too much wrong here. Ball played forward. Carroll's in front of him. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Absolutely nothing wrong.
Well, if Andy Carroll can't do that, then that's a lot of his game taken away, isn't it?
When you're going up for an aerial challenge, there is always going to be physical contact.
John Heitinga is a tough character. Won 3 Dutch Cups with Ajax. He's actually scored a rare goal for him in this cup run. The 3rd round win over Tamworth. Okay, it looked like his shirt was being pulled there. Brad Jones came a long way to punch. It's a good decision. Now here's Suarez against Distat. Doesn't do the back pass this time. Heitinga does. Aga. Carroll. Suarez. Henderson. Goal kick.
Gibson doing some defensive work. Hasn't really affected the game in the second half. Gibson.
Confirmation of the attendance on the big screens, 87,231. You do well to look around the stadium and see too many empty seats.
I think the only ones are the Royal Box, aren't they?
Given against Jelic. There was another yellow card, by the way, for Jordan Henderson, the 4th yellow of the game.
Yeah, that's for arguing with the decision.
Coming together between Carroll and Neville, but certainly not a foul. Fellaini. Neville. Thought twice about passing back. And he's not happy about the limited options he had available going forward.
Looks as though Everton may just have changed. There is confirmation of that yellow card for Henderson, but this is Maxi Rodriguez looking as though he might be coming on.
Saw a shot of Charlie Adam there, who's using crutches at the moment, won't be playing again this season. And Henderson joining Skirtle, Jelic and Distan in Howard Webb's notebook.
Well, it'd be interesting to see who Maxi Rodriguez is going on for, whether they're upset with Henderson's attitude towards the referee and could get himself sent off. Or they could push him infield and play with Spearing, or take Spearing off, should I say.
Well, he's got a lot to say there, Andy Carroll, to Howard Webb.
But it's going to be Henderson.
He looks disappointed, doesn't he? I think he knew. Well, Maxi Rodriguez scored twice against Blackburn on Tuesday. Also scored in the 5th round win over Brighton in February. A crushing 6-1 win for Liverpool at Anfield. Like Suarez, he's a former teammate of John Heitinger. They were together at Atletico Madrid. Neville.
It looks as though Everton have just changed their formation, and Cahill is going to be one of the holding midfield players, and Fellaini is going to go further forward to support Jelavic. They do this quite often, Everton, late on in games.
Gibson. There is Fellaini. Looking for Coleman. The ball had enough check on it. Jelavic is in there again. It's a corner.
There's a good cross as well from Coleman. There is, oh, I can't call her Kelly Dalglish anymore, Kelly Cates.
Kenny's daughter. Looks a bag of nerves, doesn't she? Like a lot of Liverpool fans will, as Everton have the corner taken by Baines, away by Carroll.
Working in the media, surely she is a neutral here today? I doubt it.
There is confirmation of the crowd figure here at Wembley. Phil Neville's throw. Space here for Gibson. Now Distan. You wouldn't like to call it now, would you? With less than 15 minutes to go of normal time. Here's Osman. Oh, the ball was moving. Brad Jones managed to parry it down.
Well, once again, Carragher, I think it's really poor defending from Look how he backs off of Osman, allows Osman to turn. Brad Jones had run past it at one stage. He just had to check his hands.
Spirit looking for Glenn Johnson. Inch perfect.
I think one of the reasons that Osman's been brought over to this left-hand side for Everton is to stop Downing, get in at Leighton Baines. Give a bit more protection. Here he is, Leon Osman.
Downing on for Luis Suarez. Taking on Distan, who got a foot in. Well played spearing. This is Steven Gerrard. Typical surging run from him over Suarez. Neville's header. Now Gibson. Oh, that's an unfortunate slip from Coleman. This is Andy Carroll. Chance for Liverpool!
Well, good advantage from Howard Webb. Good effort from Carroll. Coleman's, I think, is going to get a booking for deliberate handball here. Gibson plays him a pass on the wrong side and he slips over and he just hits it with his hand. And Carroll goes past Distan. He should really hit the target from there. Just cuts across the ball.
Not for the first time today has failed to hit the target when well placed. And yes, Shaven Coleman was showed a yellow card for that handball. And it's turned into a thrilling derby in this second half. It's going to be a desperately disappointing derby for one half of this stadium.
So that's what Cahill's not particularly good at. Now he's playing in that deeper role. He's not a good passer with the ball over longer distances. They need to get it into Fellaini. They need to get it into Jelavic. Fellaini in the air will certainly cause problems.
All quiet outside the stadium for now. The joy from the first half replaced by anxiety for those Everton fans. Suarez, Carroll. Just trying to return it to Suarez, Baines away. Agat. Oh, positive run. And thought he was clipped by Coleman. Referee says no. Neville. Liverpool stayed in play, and that's been presented to Osman. Away by Johnson. Who's first to the second ball? It's Cahill. Another jittery moment at the back for Liverpool. Gibson, Osman, Jelavic.
It's not good enough from Jelavic. Never looked like getting the cross in there. Didn't work hard enough to beat his man.
Oh, Suarez turned away brilliantly from Osman. Gerrard now. Carroll. Pinched it from Coleman, but the strike is a disappointment.
Well, he did well to win the ball back, Andy Carroll. Saw everything about him there. Chested the ball down well, then lost it, then won it back, and then a poor effort from him. Trying to calm his defenders down.
He's the former Wolves manager and former Ireland manager, Mick McCarthy. Baines. Carragher's header. Cahill. Fellaini. Jelavic in behind Carragher. Oh, side netting.
Great little flick from Fellaini. And the ball's played forward here. Cahill wins the first header. Fellaini wins the second. It's a good first touch from Jelavic. Just slices across it.
Craig Bellamy is, we think, going to be coming on. One of the wide players would surely be withdrawn for Liverpool. The managers also have to think about looming extra time.
Well, I'll be surprised if he actually takes off Downing, because Downing started to cause problems on this right-hand side.
Fellaini well beaten by Skirtle. I believe it is going to be Downing. Stewart. Gibson. Fellaini. Carragher's header.
Once again, I'm not sure Carragher means to head that back to the goalkeeper. He's got his body position all wrong there.
The next break in play, it'll be Bellamy for this man Downing. Now Gerrard. Daniel Agger. Danish defender playing full-back today. Maxi. Agger to Gerrard. Spearing. Well seen by Leighton Baines, but Johnson will get there. This down. Carroll looking for Maxi. It's Carroll! Goal kick.
Oh, on his right foot this time. Even worse. Almost an air shot. Then just gets that one. Then it's headed on. And he actually hit Suarez with the shot. No understanding there, but he has been a much bigger threat today than I've seen him in previous games. Stuart Downing, the player coming off for Craig Bellamy. I thought, yeah, Downing's a bit disappointed because he got the team going in the second half.
Well, clearly not at all happy of being withdrawn. Craig Bellamy, who knows all about playing in big derbies. He's had experience of the Tyne Weir derby, the Old Firm, Merseyside, Manchester derby, South Wales as well. That League Cup win with Liverpool in February was the first medal he's won in his career at the age of 32. He is someone that can come on and make a real impact.
In more ways than one.
Positive and negative.
Yeah, it won't be long before he's arguing. He's already putting his hands up, saying that Baines is taking too long to
get the throw in.
Here is a first contribution from Bellamy, away by Osman, at the expense of a corner.
There's the usual facials, the usual comments from Bellamy, but it's a great flick on from Carroll. There he's pulled back by Osman. Nearly gets into the box. Good chasing back Osman.
Well, Everton were thinking about bringing on Victor Anichebe. I believe it's now going to be Tony Hibbert coming on. With 5 minutes to go. Liverpool corner to be taken by Bellamy. Fellaini away, only as far as Skirtle. Gerrard against Coleman, who's been booked. It'll be a free kick.
And the Liverpool players, it's wrong here. They're going up to the referee to say that Coleman should be booked, but he's going for the ball. And he just catches Gerrard. Gerrard knew exactly what he was doing because he'd almost played the ball off the pitch. There we are. Won't be long before he's ranting and raving.
Didn't take long to get fired up, did it? Well, there's a good position here for Bellamy. They're willing the ball in, those Liverpool fans behind this goal. Bellamy. Oh, it's in! Andy Carroll! Fourth time lucky in the match for him. He's come up trumps just when it mattered. Liverpool 2, Everton 1.
Well, it was all about the delivery. Yes, it's a good header from Andy Carroll. That's what you expect from him. But what a delivery into the box. Bellamy has made the difference. It's whipped in. They're defending really deeply as they have to because where the kick was taken, he beats Jelavic in the air. Fellaini, who's been marking him all game and marking him pretty well at set plays, is the wrong side. In fact, Fellaini doesn't even jump. And it comes off the back of Carroll's head. It's a good finish from him, and that's what it means to him. And these.
A simple goal, a massive goal for player and club. It was looking like being one of those days for Andy Carroll. And Everton fans have got that sinking feeling again. Victor Anichebe replacing Leighton Baines. Is there time for Everton to get themselves back into it? Just like in the 2009 final, they took the lead here, and the opposition have come from behind and now lead.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Liverpool have been the better side in the second half. They didn't come out and play. Almost thought they'd done enough in the first half. Liverpool up the tempo, they played higher up the field, they pressed much better. The front two have been more threatening, and Everton have lost their way.
Well, despair, total agony. At the other end, a dance of delight. The possibility of another cup final. Here's Suarez. Oh, this time it's Maxi coming in, and somehow it's not three.
This is brilliant play from Luis Suarez. Watch here. He's not offside because the ball wasn't touched by either of those players. He could find Andy Carroll, but he realises the run, how he sees the run of Maxi. But what a save, Tim Howard.
Well, that's kept Everton in it for the time that remains. Distant. Carragher's header. Liverpool will look to exploit any gaps left by Everton now. The Toffees have to come forward in a search for an equaliser.
He was offside. Yeah, Bellamy was offside. Oh, we have allowed play to go on quite rightly. Now they need Fellaini up the field. They need Cahill in dangerous areas. They're the players that can cause problems in the air.
Here comes Brad Jones with a very confident take, and he earns the applause of his manager. In the news this week, of course, having sealed this starting place for Liverpool, his 5-year-old son Luca died tragically of leukemia in November. He's become a father again last weekend. And that's a foul. Luis Suarez gets the free kick as we move into stoppage time. The fourth official, Lee Mason, tells us it will be 4 minutes.
Well, they need another delivery like the last one from Craig Bellamy. Everton fans leaving already.
Trooping away. They don't believe that there's another chance for them in this game.
They haven't played well enough in the second half.
Gerrard for Suarez. Suarez, good save by Howard. 2 good saves in the last 2 minutes from the American goalkeeper. Fellaini. Lovely chest trap.
I think he actually handled it. I think that's what Howard Webb is saying, but he took a long time to make the decision, Howard Webb. Whether he got some advice off somebody else. Let's have another look. Yeah, he catches it with his hands.
That was a good decision.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Fellaini, you didn't chest it. Well, it's all looking rosy again for Kenny Dalglish.
Well, if you look at the Merseyside derby since the Second World War, only once have Everton come from behind to beat Liverpool. And Liverpool have done it to Everton a few times, and they're on the verge of doing it again. This time we'll look back at that awful back pass which let Liverpool back into this semi-final. Deafening din from the Liverpool supporters. It's Suarez away from Distant. Not away from Heitinger, but it's a Liverpool corner.
Once his confidence comes back, Luis Suarez, he looks a wonderful player, doesn't he? Full of invention, trickery. He goes past people. He's led the line superbly in the second half, alongside Carroll. He had what I would say has been his best game for Liverpool since I've seen him at the club. Certainly the second half again.
I've certainly seen the good, the bad and the ugly from Suarez since his big money move from Ajax. Fifth Liverpool corner. Carroll. Now Fellaini to Neville. Everton have got to get the ball forward here. But it's Carroll. Cahill let it bounce. Got away from Bellamy, not from Suarez, who kept it in. Liverpool throw. How crucial was that?
There's the work rate, Luis Suarez now. It's no good Cahill arguing. He's not going to change his mind. You're going to have to defend the ball quickly and get it up to the other end of the field.
Man of the match as well, Luis Suarez. Great skill once more. Swept away by Distant. Well, Gerrard kept that in, and Jelavic has pounced. He's all on his own at the moment. Fellaini against Gerrard. Is there one last hope for Everton? Neville. Coleman. Now the Liverpool fans are screaming for the whistle. This is Gibson. Fellaini. 3 waiting for a cross here. Will it come? Phil Neville to provide the cross. Cahill jumps, comes to Anichebe to drill it. Skirtle away, and that's it! Liverpool are through to the FA Cup final. They're one step closer to a memorable cup double. Andy Carroll, their hero, with the 87th minute winner. after Jelavic had opened the scoring for Everton. They sink to their knees, but it's sheer delight for Liverpool Football Club, who were the favourites, and they've come from behind to seal a place in next month's FA Cup final.
Well, they played well in the second half. They upped the tempo, they got the ball forward earlier. The front two started to link up with each other, and the goalkeeper, when it mattered, made the saves as well.
Full time at Wembley, Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Gary Taphouse and Stuart Robson at Wembley Stadium to see how Liverpool won the 218th Merseyside derby and the 23rd meeting of the sides in the FA Cup. The first chance of the game fell to Jay Spearing.
And it was a good chance as well. Andy Carroll getting behind Distan, setting the ball up nicely. Spearing, who gets underneath it.
First free kick of the match was Leighton Baines's, and he just fired over.
Yeah, I think he'd beaten Brad Jones here. He had enough pace on it, but he couldn't get it down in time.
At the other end, the first free kick for Liverpool was a disappointing effort in the end, but when it eventually came back in, there was a chance here for Martin Skirtle.
It was a good chance as well, and Carroll does well in the air. Just to head it down to Skirtle. Good first touch from the centre half. There it is with his chest. Takes it onto his left foot, not enough power.
Well, Jelavic came into the game more and more. Phil Neville picking him out here. This was his first attempt, an overhead kick.
It's good play from Neville down the right-hand side. Played the 1-2, got himself into the danger area.
And he followed that up with the opening goal, Nikica Jelavic. There was a terrible mistake here. Talk us through it, Stuart.
Well, first of all, Skirtle heads it onto the back of Jelavic's head, which made the ball bounce in behind him. Cahill ran past it, and then there was a mix-up between Agger, who was round on the cover, and Carragher. Watch here, he heads it onto the back of Jelavic. Then there's a mix-up, they wait for it. Carragher tries to clear it, hits it into Cahill, and it falls for Jelavic. There was a doubt whether he was onside or not, and I think he was about level. This is where it all occurs, and it's a good finish from Jelavic. Past Brad Jones.
Brad Jones came rushing out, but Jelavic passed it past him. There was a little touch onto Cahill's thigh. And when it fell to this man, there was only ever going to be one outcome, 1-0 Everton. Well, Steven Gerrard was pretty anonymous in the first half. This was his one contribution, a shot well over.
Yeah, Gibson doesn't defend it particularly well here. Doesn't get tight to Gerrard. You have to get tight to him. He comes in on his right foot, just slices across the shot.
Andy Carroll endured a rather terrible afternoon for long spells. That was a header over the crossbar.
Yeah, very little chance of him getting this on target. Was slightly behind him from Downing. He was playing now on the right-hand side as he started the second half as well.
Well, Nikica Jelavic took charge of this free kick, but although he kept it down, he was well off target. Well, now into the second half, and it went from bad to worse for Andy Carroll, because when Downing picked him out here, it had to be a goal, and somehow he missed.
Well, that's what you want your 6'5" striker to do, be at the back post, waiting for the cross from Downing, and he's got to head it on target. He's unchallenged. Poor effort from him.
And Everton took heart from that, and Jelavic decided to take on all comers here, but The eventual shot was well off target as he leant back.
He never looked confident that he was going to get this on target. Skirtle backing off this time.
Well, this was the howler from Setanta. A simple back pass, he got it awfully wrong, and Suarez finished beautifully for 1-1.
Well, this was the changing point in the game. Setanta could have played it down the line, but he decided to go back to his keeper. So he could play it with his left foot down the line, decides to come back, and then was off balance. It's a poor effort from him. Howard goes back towards his own goal to start, and he started to come, then goes back, and Suarez does brilliantly. Good first touch, and as Heitinger was getting tight, he just bends it with the outside of his right foot past Tim Howard.
Luis Suarez's 14th goal of a turbulent season. Well, Everton tried to respond, and Leon Osman had that effort, which just seemed to be curling away from Brad Jones. He did collect it.
Well, it looks as though he's gone past it here, Brad Jones. Osman, I thought, was disappointing throughout the game.
Well, Andy Carroll, the chances kept coming for him, and he kept missing.
Well, Liverpool did well. They won the ball back quickly and made Everton pass it dangerously in their own half. Gibson, a poor pass. Coleman fell over and got booked for handball. But Carroll does well here just to go past Setanta, then should get his shot on target.
Well, this was where Nikica Jelavic found himself in the clear. Brad Jones at full stretch, but once again off target.
Well, Cahill wins the first header. Fellaini flicks it on. They get in behind Carragher. And he just slices his shot wide.
And just when it looked like being one of those awful days for Andy Carroll, guess who stepped up and bagged the winner? In the 87th minute, a brilliant curling free kick. Carroll's touch, 2-1 Liverpool.
Well, there's been a battle in the air between Andy Carroll and Fellaini all day. This time Fellaini doesn't jump in the air, he just stands there. Carroll gets the flick on, and it's an excellent header past Tim Howard. Nobody on the far post because it was a free kick.
Well, Liverpool continue to search for more goals. Suarez teeing up Maxi Rodriguez here. And that was a brilliant save.
Well, I'm not sure it was a save in the end. Did it hit the post, or was it a good save? Look at Suarez get here. There's the ball across. And this kept the game in Liverpool's favour.